Are you ready for some super secret ninja tricks? Alright guys, so here's some tips for the flower sweep. If you guys are having trouble hitting this in sparring, maybe there's a few things here that will help you out. So if we go to closed guard, which is usually where we will set this up. Okay, we are going to want to get our claw grip on one of the sleeves and the pant leg on the other side. So remember that when you get the pant leg, you can't stick your fingers like up the pant leg like this. We just want to grab kind of like a pinch grip on the side. All right, so from here I want to move her weight forward towards my head so that her weight shifts to her knees, and then I'm going to shift my head out away here, unlock my feet and roll over, trying to keep the arm. So if she's sitting back on her heels when I try to do this sweep, you're not likely going to hit it because you need the momentum and the weight to shift forward so that her hips are kind of underneath you so that you can sweep them. If they're sitting back, then their posture is really good, and that's not the time to go for this sweep. So if we're here, one way that you can do this is I like to post this foot on the floor and sit up into them, almost like I'm pretending to come up for a hip bump sweep. And most of the time when I come up, they will push you back down. And that is a really good time to go for that flower sweep. Another thing with the grips here, with the claw grip, when I get it, I want to try, if I can, almost roll my knuckles into her forearm and then post that to my belly. The most common reaction to like getting a claw grip from here is a person who's going to wrap that hand underneath and break that grip pretty quickly, which is fairly annoying to deal with. So if I can roll my knuckles kind of into sleeve, everybody's gi is a little bit different, so this might be easier on some, harder on others. But I want to punch it kind of into my belly here so that they can't easily roll that hand underneath to break the grip, which gives me a few more seconds to set up the other things that I need. So then I would go here, can maybe sit up into them, and as they push back, you kick them over, right? That's one. The other thing is where to grab on the leg. With the gi, I will usually get a grip right here. Some people like to scoop the leg. You just want to be careful when you do that when they're sitting on their legs, because if you miss your chance to do the sweep, your hand often gets caught under the leg. So I'll show you an example of that. So we'll just do it like this way. So here, if I get this is a good grip. Like I have a really good powerful hook here, but if I miss the sweep, maybe the timing is wrong, you just have to be aware that like somebody that's really heavy might just sit back on your arm and now have a little bit of a problem because it's kind of stuck. So just be careful with that. A really good time to go for that powerful hook there is if Brooke is trying to escape guard, she steps up with this foot and then I go over, right? So that way they're kind of giving that hook to you, and that it's a little bit safer to go for it. And you do have a chance to kind of pull your arm out if you feel like they're going to sit back down and the sweep's not going to work, right? So she stands up to maybe start to escape guard here, and I get this hook and finish this flower sweep. So when you're doing the flower sweep, I encourage you to take some of those tips, like weight transfer and grips and stuff like that, and just try to pay attention to them when you're drilling, and then hopefully when you take it into sparring, you have a little bit more success hitting that sweep. So those are the basic things you need to know to hit a flower sweep. I'll show you one variation that's pretty common, and that is a flower sweep into an arm bar. So if Brooke comes back to close guard, people will often get their grips here, and when their weight comes forward, top person shifts their weight to their knees here. When they do that and I pivot out, I'm gonna swing this bottom leg really wide. So if you're pushing forward, and I'm gonna get that leg over, and as I come up, I kind of land here in this T armbar position, sucking my heels in, and then going for the finish there. So that's another pretty common variation on the flower sweep. So I think what you could do is practice the first one, and then as you get comfortable with the motion and setting up the grips and stuff, you can kind of add that other one in, and then you'll be able to figure out when you're sparring maybe which variation is going to work in which situation. Thanks for watching, guys. If this content is helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.